التي عبدناها بفلذات الأكباد. لا والله، لا والله لن نسلمها لمن يريد أن يذهب بالمحرر إلى الهاوية. هذه الطريق التي بذلنا لأجلها الدماء، وهذا المحرر الذي حفظناه بالأخلاق والدماء والشهداء، والله لندافع عنه حتى تزهق هذه الروح خالصة لله جل وعلا. فلن يستطيع هذا النظام المجرم بقتل القادة والجنود والشهداء الأبطال أن ينال من عزيمتنا بإذن الله عز وجل. فيا أيها الروس ويا أيها الروافض ويا أيها النظام المجرم، أبشروا بما يسوءكم. فيا تعودنا على الآلية العسكرية وعلى رأسها لواء عثمان أنهم لا ينامون على ضيم، فالدم الدم، الدم الدم.
China is one of the few countries which can trace its existence back over 2 millennia to 221 BC, when it was united by the Qin dynasty. Time and time again down the centuries, civil war or foreign invasions fractured China into rival kingdoms. But after every period of turmoil, China has always re-emerged. The opening line of the Chinese epic Romance of the Three Kingdoms describes this cycle. Empires wax and wane, states cleave asunder and coalesce. And long before they coalesced into one polity, the Chinese people created their language and their civilization. Their written characters appeared in the Shang dynasty in the 2nd millennium BC. Their inventions, paper, printing, gunpowder, the compass, these things transformed the fortunes of the whole of humanity. And these innovations are key to understanding why China's economy was among the biggest in the world for 20 of the last 22 centuries, and why China in 1820 comprised 1/3 of global GDP, more than America, the UK and Europe combined. The last 45 years have seen another astonishing reversal. By releasing the enterprising genius of its people, China has achieved the biggest and fastest economic expansion the world has ever known. No less than 800 million people have lifted themselves out of poverty in a nation that encompasses 1/5 of all humanity and a vast area almost as large as continental Europe, from the Atlantic to the Urals.
What is so striking about the Chinese is there's, I think, this deep sense of inner confidence. Despite 200 years where they've not done well, and 100 years, the century of humiliation, they do enjoy this underlying confidence, which I think is makes them very distinctive in the developing world. Because I think normally countries in the developing world, former colonies, have big psychological problems about their relationship with the West. That relationship damaged them in all sorts of ways. So their sense of self, their sense of their independent identity, their sense of their own potential and worth and ability has been damaged by this experience. Whereas for the Chinese, they are able to draw on this extraordinary history, where not one time they, were effervescent, but several periods in Chinese history, the Chinese were a very innovative culture, which always puzzles me why people think, well, they're just copiers. And, actually, this isn't what Chinese history has been. They've not been copiers. Our own economic transformation and the Industrial Revolution drew very, very heavily from Chinese invention.